Good morning. It is Wednesday, November 25th. My name is Jason Stanton. I serve as senior pastor at First Lutheran in Onalaska, Wisconsin, and this is my morning musing for today. Tomorrow being Thanksgiving, I am, thinking a lot about what Thanksgiving is about, what it means, what to do with it, especially this year. We are not doing our typical Thanksgiving gathering. Trying to be as safe as possible for as many as possible, trying to serve our neighbor by staying home kind of thing. And so it's made me, as this whole year is pretty much done, it's made me think about what do things actually mean? What are my real priorities? What am I really trying to accomplish with the different things that I do? And so I was led to Psalm 100, which led me to some other thoughts. Musings, if you will, about Thanksgiving. Psalm 100 says, "Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord is God. It is God who made us, and we are God's. We are God's people and the sheep of God's pasture. Enter God's gates with thanksgiving, and God's courts with praise. Give thanks to God and bless God's name, for the Lord is good. His steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations." As I wrote that whole psalm down, that's a practice I have, to not commit it to memory necessarily, but I take it in better, I think, when I slow myself down long enough to write the words out. And I notice that those first few verses, make a joyful noise, worship the Lord with gladness, come into his presence with singing. What for you expresses joy, expresses gladness? You know, a lot of times we think of Thanksgiving as a time to maybe name our joys or name those things that have made us glad. But actually, Thanksgiving wouldn't necessarily be about asking what gives you joy or what gives me gladness. The question is, what can I do that would express my joy, that would express my gladness? The psalmist suggests singing. I've done that. You know, I'll be in the car just feeling good. Maybe I'll just belt out a Tom Petty song. Or in worship, I have been known to sing out loud even. I'm not just a hymn watcher. Those are ways that singing is a way to express my joy and gladness. But that's not the only way. I know for many of you, art, whether it's sculpting or painting or drawing or just making something, that's a way of expressing your gladness. And the art that is produced is a reflection of your thanks. Storytelling can be an expression of gladness. I remember sitting around with family or friends at Thanksgiving or Christmas, but other times of celebration as well, and telling those stories, passing those stories on of people we love or times that we've loved. That's a way of expressing our joy, of expressing our thanks. For me, it's writing. Not the only way, but writing stories down, writing memories down, or writing about my feelings. That's a way of expressing my gladness. Give thanks, when the Psalm 100 says that, probably means be generous. You know, make an offering. A thanks offering in the context of what the psalmist might be thinking about is like a burnt offering. Bring your grain, bring your first fruits to give thanks as an expression of your joy, as an expression of your gratitude. Make a joyful noise, worship with gladness. I guess what I'm challenging you with this Thanksgiving is to get creative. That Thanksgiving is not just a day to sit on the couch or at the dinner table and just take it all in, but it's meant to be a day to creatively think about, how do I give my thanks to God? May we keep faith alive this Thanksgiving.